Hello and welcome back to Path of Exile Necropolis League, and this is episode 4 of the Endgame mapping series, but it's dedicated to new players that have never done this before and really want to know step by step what to do. So let's go over a recap of the last 3 episodes. I'm going to try to put chapter headings down at the bottom of the video so that you can just skip ahead, but this is the Path of Exile Endgame step by step. Episode 1, we unlocked the flask crafts. Those were really important. We did our first Kirac quest. We rolled our first map and completed it, and we placed the map device and locked the portals so that people that you invite into the party to trade with can't use your portals. In episode 2, we placed more items and NPCs in our hideouts. So if you're missing any of this, you can go back to this episode in this series and catch that and do it there. We spent our 4 Atlas points, and we explained why we placed them where we did. And we went over the importance of unveiling crafts and why it's really important. We explained map connections and how they're linked together. And we even went over the 3-for-1 map vendor recipe so that you could actually possibly get some other ones by selling 3 of a kind to a vendor, and you get the next tier up. In episode 3, we did the chaos recipe for the vendor, where you put all the different pieces of armor, preferably un-ID'd, and I think it was item level 60 to 74, and you would get 2 chaos. If you sell all the items like item level 75 and up un-ID'd, you can get 2 regal orbs. I didn't show you that, but that's a possibility to do as well. We went over the public stash tabs, which are the premium tabs, which you can upgrade a tab to, and then that allowed us to sell alteration orbs of alteration in bulk for chaos. And I think we got, what was that, 40 or something? We got a lot. We got 40 chaos. And I showed you how to gather the orbs of alteration. It's a little bit slow, but when you're first starting out, that's really important. We also crafted our first instant healing potion as well. It's important to have one of those. It's called a panic potion. It gets all your life back really quickly if you're low on health, and it's really valuable. In this episode, we're going to go over quite a few things, and I've listed them here. We're going to go over the YouTube settings. Sometimes you'll pull up a YouTube setting, and it'll be kind of blurry. But if you go to that little wheel, change the setting, and look for 1080p or higher, you'll get a better version of the video. Sometimes it just defaults to 360 and you're like, what is this? Item filters. I actually have, if you search on my channel for item filter, it has a 10-minute video that explains it all. Then we're going to go over 2 things right now. We're going to go over the glass baubles vendor recipe, or not recipe, but you can actually buy glass baubles, and we need those, so I'll show you where to do that, and affinities. So let's do that now. One of the places I get them, I imagine they're sold in quite a few different places, but this is one. We just go to Act 10, right into Oriath Docks, and we're going to go to right over here. And it's Waylon, I think. That's his name right here. Waylon. And we're going to purchase items, and on his last 3rd or 4th tab, it's going to be listed right down here. And let's take a look at this. 8 blacksmith whetstone gets one of these. Okay, so then how much do those cost? 3 of the armors. So it looks like 24 armor scraps. You can get one of those. So let's just buy one, and it'll take it out of your stash. It'll automatically take it out of your stash. You can also buy, if you hold shift and left click, you can buy a stack at a time, but it's going to use up all of these and all of these. That's why I keep collecting these, because I use them to craft flasks quite a bit, and you need 9 of these per flask craft. Cool. Next up, you can actually do this. You can go /hideout, just like that, and it'll take you right back to your hideout. You don't always have to go over to the waypoint like that. Now we're going to talk about affinities. Once you start buying premium tabs, and you buy them like this, and then you come up here and stash tabs, buy a premium tab, it's around here somewhere, upgrade a tab for 15 coins to a premium tab. You can do stuff like this, even on the regular, like a map tab or a currency tab. If we right click on it and we press affinities, currency, see how it's checked now, it's not checked. Let's uncheck it and watch what happens. Here's some chaos. And let's say we're over here on, let's see, this one. If I control left click, 1 second. Let's see, if I control left click, it'll put it right here. But if we have our affinity set, right click on there, affinity, and check that off. Now, if I'm over here on this one, it doesn't even, and I control left click, it gets sent into the appropriate tab. And all these different tabs, you have a fossil tab, same thing. It has an affinity. Not only that, but once you start placing down your Necropolis locker, it has an affinity. You want to make sure it's checked. That way your items go into it. Same thing with a heist locker. Affinity, nice. There's quite a few things, and just make sure affinities are set so things start going where they should go, and that's the cool thing. Also, sometimes you'll lose stuff. See how there's two things on this tab on the exotic one. There's a bunch of stuff over here that you might lose, or on the fragment tab there's a bunch of different items as well. Cool. Next, we're going to go over Poe Planner. It's a really nice website that allows you to plan your character, the passive tree and the atlas trees out. So let's go take a look at that. So this is poeplanner.com, and you can change to the atlas tree, the planner itself with the passive tree, and all kinds of neat things. One of the cool things on this is, let's say I type in the word delve or something like that. Oh, let's see if I can. It actually highlights things better than the in-game thing. So I can already see there's some delve-related things. There's some. And not only that, you can do it this way as well. If I were to just, let's say I want delve-related things. I click that and see how it got highlighted, that one highlighted. It shows you on the area where other things are related. So that's delve-related. This is betrayal-related. So you kind of zoom out. Really nice way to do it. But this also allows us to do this. We left off when we spent our 40 points, our 4 points right here, here, and here. And not only that, it shows you what you've added to your map. So we have a 40% chance to contain June, which is the betrayal thing. That's what we did the last episode. Next up, I'm going to show you where you're going to spend your next 30 Atlas points. And you're going to get those by doing the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4 white maps. You should be able to do those smoothly, and you're going to progress. And I'll show you how to spend those next points right now. I'm going to explain why. You could do it a different way, but I'm giving you the reason why. If you don't want to do it, that's okay. But it's kind of important. So let's do it. The idea behind these next few points are a couple of things. It's going to help you with this right here. See this guy? Oh, not that one. Sorry. Right here. If we have this activated on our maps, you're going to gain +1 to all of your elemental resistances. Meaning, instead of it being kept at 75, when you activate all, there's going to be 3 of these things to activate in each map. You're going to get a buff that's +3% to all your maximum, your cold, your fire, and your lightning resists. Now you think 3% is not a big deal, but you're at 75%. So let's say you take a hit for 400. Well, 75% of that is gone. Now you're left with 100 damage. Well, if we can get that up to the next 3%, well, that's 1/25th or 3/25ths. So we're looking at another 12 points. So that's 12% reduction in damage. It's pretty powerful. And each time you get closer and closer to 100%, if you can, but we can't, I think 90% is the cap. I've never got there. You'll get more and more resistant to this kind of damage. It's really amazing. And then also, if you read this, you get 35% increase, not more. More is a multiplier. This is just an additive thing. It's still good, but not as good as more. 105% total increased damage. And that's once you hit all 3 of the Nico nodes that give you sulfite in the map. That's on your that's permanently up a buff in the map until you're done with it. So it's really nice. The next one, 15% increased movement speed for each of those veins, the sulfite veins. Well, that's 45% increased movement speed. I like moving fast. So this is how you get it. You're going to be spending your next 30 points here. You're going to go right up here. And then we're going to spend this one. That's going to put Nico at a 10% chance to show up. 30%, 40% for Nico. We're going to go right up here. And you're going to beeline for that. So now we're at 48%. And it's adding it up right over here. And then we're going to take this and we'll watch this go up. You're going to come right over here. Here. Then we'll just take this one. This means more scarabs are going to drop, and we'll explain those later as well. Scarabs. And then these two. You don't need to take this one, and we don't need to take these. These improve the volume of sulfite, but I'm going to show you a way where you can get 20, 30, 40, 60,000 sulfite from just doing one map, and it only costs 1 chaos to refill your entire sulfite bar. So we'll get to that, but right now we're just going to do that. So now we're at 80%. That's not bad, but we're going to get it to 100%. And we spent a total of 19. So you've completed 19 of the 132 possible maps. You're going to spend a lot more points. It's pretty cool. And this is just the beginner, get things done, have a good time. And this helps you do maps more smoothly. More damage, move faster, and a little bit of defense. Pretty cool. As long as you're finding and hitting the sulfite nodes. Even if you're capped on sulfite, doesn't matter. Keep hitting these and taking the buff. And not only that, the next thing we're getting is right up this way. And check this out. Here's extra sulfite. That's okay. Extra sulfite, that's okay too. But this one right here, this is interesting. This does sulfite veins in your in the maps have a 10% chance to drop azurite. But it's not only that, but it's the creatures as well. So if you're fighting a creature that is a sulfite-based creature, you can get azurite from them. I've got 12,000 azurite out of one map, along with 60,000 sulfite, because of this node. Now this might change in the future because it's really overpowered. You can get so much azurite, it's crazy. But this is the one you'll take. Might as well take it while it's there. And then we're going to come right up here and see how that's highlighted. We're going to go up there. So we'll just collect this. And now with these, this node, like the in-between travel nodes, there's some more scarabs. But then you get into here and we're increasing the quantity of items being dropped, which is great. More stuff dropping, more loot, more quantity. Then we're going to go 8%. Now we're up to 88. I don't know why they did this. 96 and 101. Or it's over 100, so he will automatically 100% show up. Now it's up to you. If you want more sulfite, you can grab that. But as of right now, that's what you're going to be targeting. The next episode, I'll show you what to do next to make the mapping experience even easier. You're going to get some amazing buffs that are just great. So let's go on to that next. At this point, you've been collecting enough of alterations. You know how to sell them in bulk, not to buy chaos, but be a seller. So you set your price. So you can get a good 30%, 40% better rate of your chaos if you're the seller versus a buyer. But now you've got all these chaos and you're like, what can I do? Well, you want to start buying things. Let's go out and I'm gonna make the assumption that you're a character like mine, where you're using a weapon and you're hitting things and you want a nice two-hander. But you could do the same thing for boots. But if you are, we're going to actually walk you through the process of buying an upgraded weapon. Okay, let's do that. In the next episode, I'll do some speed or movement speed boots or something like that. But in this one, we're going to go over a weapon. So let's try to go through each step, and I'll do my best to explain it here. So we're on the path of exile.com/trade website, the official site. So I want a two-handed weapon. I want it to be the category, we're just going to say any two-handed weapon, but actually I use swords. So let's see if we have that. We're going to go down to two-handed swords. Cool. Now, if this one, it says, do you want it to be magic, rare, unique? I'll say any for now. That's cool. But if I want to just make sure it's just a rare and not a unique one, I could do that as well. And then here's an important thing. Right now, if you just getting into maps, you want to weapon it that it's at least, let's say, 480 DPS. And not just, I don't want elemental DPS. That's a little bit different. It calculates itself different. This is the one that's really, really solid and more important for most, well, for my build. Maybe not your build. You'll have to do, I can't explain all the different builds, but I want physical DPS. Cool. And then we're going to go down to the sockets. Well, how many sockets do I want and how many links do I want? Well, I just got into maps. I don't have that much. We're going to go with minimum of 5 sockets and a minimum of 5 links. Okay? It could have more than that, but that's what we're happy with. I don't have to worry about the level requirement because I'm in maps and I can use any weapon. My level's high enough. We'll come down here. We're looking around. All this is okay. But down here, I only want to spend 21 chaos orbs. Now you could also change this if you're really, you're getting richer and richer. You could say, I only want to spend a maximum of 21 divine orbs or whatever it is. So now we've set the criteria. We don't really care about anything else. You could add a bunch of modifiers that filter by modifiers, and we'll do that with the boots in the next episode. But we're good to go. And if you want a search tab at the top and the bottom, it's under settings and right here, search top and bottom. Oh, there we go. That should keep it good. And let's just search and see what's there. Oh, we got something for 20. Oh, only 1. And it's corrupted. Well, it's corrupted. That means it's not going to be very easy for me to change other colors, but it is 60. So I guess that's pretty expensive. We're going to dial that back down to 430. Let's see if that's going to give me some more options. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a bunch. There's the DPS. Here's the prices. How long ago somebody listed it. There's quite a few uniques are in here, but they're all 5. There's a 6 socket, 5 link. Okay, that's cool. Then we're going to go up here to the top. This is all fine, but let's sort it by the highest possible DPS that I can get for 20. Oh, that person's offline. They just must have gone off. Here we go. 466 DPS, a hitless Reaver sword for 20 chaos. Well, look at this. 20 chaos or 5 chaos. This is almost the same. Is it really drastically different? So I'd say, okay, I'm happy with using this, but why is that one 20 and this one 5? Let's find out. The global accuracy, if you hover over there, those are always set. If it says 60, it's 60, so that's fine. And this is an accuracy thing. Do I need accuracy? Probably, maybe. So it's a lot. Ooh, this would actually help with my build. I use life tap. That's cool. And then it adds physical damage. That's all fine. Where's the ranges, though? Oh, right here. 100 to 252. That's actually about the same-ish as that one. That's probably why they're very similar in DPS. What else? Crit strike 43, 43. And this is by far the better deal. So now you could do one of two things. You could do a direct whisper if you've logged in and did everything on here. Or you could just copy and we could whisper them. So let's do it. And you get your 5 chaos ready, just so you're ready to go. And we would whisper them. Now I can just press enter and paste it in there and send it to them. We could try it. Let's try it. It'll be fun. Let's see if he actually wants to sell it. This is 2 or 3 weeks into it. Maybe he doesn't want to sell. Maybe he doesn't want to be bothered with it. Maybe he's... Oh, there he is. I guess we just bought it. Visit hideout. We're going to do something neat with it. We might make it a lot better. We'll gamble with it. Okay, I guess we bought something. And we go to his hideout. Everything's cool. Hover over that. Make sure we got 5. We say accept. Cool. We give him a thank you. And I leave the party. And then I have buttons for all that. So I have a thank you button, a leave party button, and then a return to hideout button. So I don't have to type all that. Cool. So we just bought our first weapon. There it is. You could do, you could work on it. you want to make sure it's actually, we actually want this to be qualityed up. So we're going to spend this. So we're going to make it better for the next person. We're going to take a risk on this. We're going to spend a bunch of these. Now the quality's up and it's going to do even more damage. But I'm going to take a risk on this weapon. And this is really risky, but we'll see. It's only 5 chaos, so. And this is kind of getting outside the things. This is going to be, I'm going to Val Corrupt this. It could completely brick this item and turn it into junk. It could leave it just like that, which is probably, this is probably worth about 10 chaos. Maybe, well, I can get my 5 chaos back easily. I might even list it for 7 chaos just to make sure I get that back. Okay. Or it could add an implicit to it. Meaning it could corrupt it and get rid of, it'd probably get rid of that global. We'll see. We'll find out. It could do something that makes it a lot more valuable is all. Or useless. So here we go. Left click. Corrupted. Absolutely nothing. Now it's actually a little bit worse because then they can't change it. So we're going to try to list that for 5 chaos. I shouldn't even bother, but I don't need the chaos for that. And just like that. So I'm putting in my sale tab, I guess 6. I meant to press 5, but we'll press 6. So you just put it in here, right click. It's in a sell tab that's public. And I said exact price. That's fine, 6 chaos. But if you want, you could sell it for whatever you want. You could sell it for 30 chromatics if you wanted to. Anything you want. It's up to you. Divine orbs. But usually chaos orbs are the pennies, and divine orbs are the dollars, I guess you would call them. These are dollars and these are $100 bills, but right now it costs, let's see, I can bring this up, hover over this, 148 chaos ish per divine. That's the current trading rate roughly. Nice. So we went over a lot. I hope this helps, and I'll be pumping out more and more episodes, and I'll be doing the recaps, and I got to put the chapters at the bottom. Any questions, please ask, and have a good time, and enjoy the game. It's a lot of fun, and we're just getting into it. You're about 3% into the game. There's 97% left. Next, we're going to go after, we're going to explain Kirac and why he's important, really important, for map sustain and just to be able to get extra maps from him. We're not going to go too deep into him, but just the basics to allow you to get all your white maps completed easily this way. So let's do it. And then we'll finish out the video with some, this guy down in Delve blowing things up and having a great time. All right, when you finish the Kirac quest, he gave you 3 Kirac missions, and it should say something like 3 right here. Well, if we click him, what happens? Well, a lot of things happen. You're faced with this interface, and it's going to have one of these, and then over here this says I have 3 white missions, meaning tier 1 through 5, 1 white, 3 yellow, and 2 red missions. And you used to get a mission per day, but now they took that away, so now it's just a random chance add a mission when you complete it. And you can improve that on your atlas, but we don't need to do that really right now. I haven't. The map drop rate at this point is so good that you're okay with it. So let's actually find out what this means. If you're over there and you're looking at your map device and you set, or your map tab, and let's say you were right here and all these yellow lines are there, but this one right here for some reason didn't have a yellow line on it, and you didn't have a strand map, but you wanted to complete it to get the point. Well, you can come over here, and there's quite a few different ways. You could go like this, and then you're gonna look for a strand map, and you're gonna say on white maps, and you'd look in there and you'd say cage map, channel map, courtyard. No, and then it's none of them. And you're thinking, well, that's not good. But there's actually a good thing to this. When you select a map and activate it, Kirac over there actually resets his inventory of things that he'll sell to you, including it's going to be weighted towards maps that you haven't completed. So I look at this and I say, okay, so that's not the case, and he doesn't have anything for sale yet, but he's about to. So I'd go over there, or I'd go and I'd hold Alt, and I'd say, well, no, I've completed all these. So if I've completed all these, then it comes down to, well, what kind of reward what I get for doing the mission. And it'll say it down there. Oh, a rare map reward. Okay. Not a unique, but a rare map. Interesting. Stack of divination cards. We'll get into those in later episodes. This is corrupted, so I couldn't re-roll it. So if this had something like physical reflect or elemental reflect and you're doing fire damage, you probably wouldn't want to do that one. You'd look over it. Delirium, that's where all of a sudden it creates the fog and you get rewarded for killing more stuff in the fog. Unique item. Okay, that's interesting. Corrupted Vow side area. Cool. And an ultimatum encounter. Well, I would say I would like a unique item. So you'd click that, and as soon as you click it and say activate, you come over here, and let's just do it. I don't mind. Oh, right here. And I'd say, okay, we'll activate that one. And it pops it up, but now his inventory is completely reset. And I go, oh, this is kind of nice, actually. Here you can buy the Orbs of Unmaking. They cost 2 regrets per. You might be able to get them cheaper off the trade market. I'm not sure. You can buy these, and we'll get into this stuff later. But this is so you can undo stuff on your Atlas tree. And then he gives you all of these maps. And what you want to do is you want to hold down Alt, and you want to start going over these. If I don't hold Alt, it shows up like that. But if I hold Alt, I'm looking at complete, complete, complete. All these are complete. I've done all those, but you'll find a bunch that aren't complete. Oh, there's one. Actually, I'll buy this. There's complete. So I need that one. I might have it in my stash tab, and it's 5 chaos, and I don't mind. I'll just buy it. I won't even go look if I have it. And we'll put it over there. But that's a rare map, and it's red. It needs to be corrupted for us to run it. So I don't want to forget that part, so I'm going to quickly do it, and I'll corrupt it with a Val Orb. Ooh. And just one. And here we go. I'm cool with whatever those mods are, and it's corrupted. Cool. Now I know I can run that, and I can get a point. Now, the interesting thing is, these maps, that's only cost a chance orb. That's dirt cheap. You could sell this map for 2 or 3 chaos. You could sell all these maps for 2 or 3 chaos. So for me, if you have the chance orbs, and let's see, it changes to some alchemies, I can afford that. I would buy all of these, and I would sell them out of my map tab to other people, and I sell them in bulk. I put a pretty high price. Like this one right here, I sell them for 5 chaos each. This one I would sell for, well, I wouldn't buy that one because it's 4 chaos, so that's not worth the price. Same thing there, and that one. Tier 15 probably wouldn't sell. It could sell for 7 to 8 chaos, but it's a little bit tough. But these cheaper ones, I could buy and resell in bulk, so that's what I would do. You run this, you get completion for it, and you get credit for it, and then you find the new maps. And that's how you kind of finish out your Atlas. Just like that, I found a new map that I needed to get done, a tier 16 plateau map. Very cool. You can also do some more advanced things with these things. You can re-roll the maps that he has. You can re-roll a bunch of things. I won't get into these. This is a little more advanced. But for right now, in your white maps, tiers 1 through 5, this will get you there. So I hope that helps. I could go in there for the unique, but I don't need to. Very nice. You'll be able to do stuff like this and more. It's just a lot of fun. Let's see if we can get to the big triple node. A lot of really good EXP. I'm going to show you how to get really good EXP down here so you can level from 77, 78 to 90 extremely fast, getting 400 or 500 million EXP per hour. And it's pretty cool. I'll even reset my EXP, and I'll show you that in the future, how to do that. Your EXP per hour, it counts for you if you hover over your EXP bar. Where's the thing here? I'm not even checking the side areas for hidden loot. You can blow up walls in here. It's pretty cool. And let's see what we got here. Well, this is a triple node. Will I live? Will I die? We will see. The pressure's on. And let's see. And this is a fun build. I enjoy this build. We're only at depth 188. This is technically tier 16 creatures. And we're at depth 188, so the scaling on these in the delve, we're in the delve right now, isn't through the roof, but it's up there. And pop, and pop, and done. Oh, and let's get the next guy. Might as well have a little bit of action in these things, in these videos. It was just me doing a lot of talking, but I want to do some hunting here. Gee, this is a triple node, so we're going to get some decent azurite, and because I have purity of elements, I don't have to care about the electricity. I can't be shocked, I can't be stunned, I can't be ignited. Oh, there's the last guy, and done. And how much do we get? 780. Oh, we got a thing there. And ooh, a flask to craft, some of those, a bunch of stuff, a wood splitter, doesn't matter, all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool.